Your wider beach is coming to Sandbridge in Virginia Beach. Crews are in the middle of a massive sand replenishment project.
Virginia's quiet river looks peaceful on the surface, but deep below, colossal machines are roaring day and night, dragging millions of tons of sand from the riverbed. What seems like ordinary construction is actually uncovering hidden layers of earth and long-buried history. With every scoop, something unexpected appears like hints of secrets buried for centuries, leaving experts and locals to wonder, what has this river been hiding all these years? Join us as we uncover the stunning truth that could rewrite history forever. The underwater megaprojects. Under the calm, sparkling waters of Virginia, an enormous operation is quietly reshaping the landscape beneath the surface. From above, the river seems peaceful, maybe even ordinary. But underneath, massive machines churn through the sediment day and night. These giants, weighing tens of millions of pounds, are not just moving Earth, they are rewriting the way the land and water interact. Engineers have set out on one of the largest projects in American history, carving tunnels deep under the river, building new islands from scratch, and replacing old bridges with modern marvels. The scale is staggering. Every day, millions of tons of sand are being lifted, transported, and shaped into the foundations of structures that will last for generations. It's a ballet of steel and sand, precision and power, and yet the full story is far more complicated than just concrete and construction. The work isn't just about putting bridges in place or creating new paths for traffic. Each scoop of sand, each dredged layer, has ripple effects far beyond the construction site. Engineers are carefully selecting which sediment to remove, considering how it will affect the river's flow, the nearby coastline, and even local wildlife. Fish, birds, and underwater plants all rely on the riverbed as a stable home, and shifting it can send shockwaves through the ecosystem. At the same time, the extracted sand is not wasted. It is processed, cleaned, and prepared to be used in building materials for everything from roads to skyscrapers. Every particle carries value, not just in its ability to hold up structures, but also in the careful planning that ensures the river itself can endure. The human effort behind this underwater transformation is as fascinating as the machinery itself. Engineers, surveyors, and construction teams coordinate like a finely tuned orchestra, each step calculated to prevent mistakes that could be disastrous. Specialized vessels glide over the water, constantly monitoring the operation below, while sensors track shifts in the sediment and measure the progress of the tunnels. It's both high-tech and hands-on labor, a mix of science and sweat, where precision is crucial and the stakes are sky-high. One wrong move could disrupt months of planning, or worse, alter the delicate balance of the river's ecosystem. But the story doesn't stop at engineering. As sand is pulled from the riverbed, questions arise about what else might be hiding beneath the water. Could there be historical artifacts preserved in the sediment? Are there minerals or resources that have yet to be discovered? Each layer removed opens the possibility of surprises that could change the way we think about Virginia's rivers forever. It's a reminder that even in familiar places, mysteries lie quietly, waiting for someone to uncover them. The project is a blend of ambition and curiosity, a race to build the future while uncovering secrets buried for centuries. The sheer scale of what is happening is hard to grasp. Millions of tons of sand vanish from the riverbed, yet life above the water continues seemingly unaware. Commuters drive over new bridges, ships pass safely through the waterways, and yet below the surface, a transformation of monumental proportions is unfolding. Every day brings new progress and new questions, and for those watching closely, it's impossible not to wonder, what else is hidden beneath the waters of Virginia? And what will these changes mean for the river, the wildlife, and the people who live nearby? As this colossal project unfolds, the answers are still emerging, and the suspense grows with every scoop of sand. What seems like ordinary construction is, in fact, a story of discovery, innovation, and the surprising power of nature and human engineering working side by side. And just when you think you understand it all, the river reminds us that the secrets it keeps are far deeper and far more valuable than anyone ever imagined. Millions of tons of sand are being moved, But the real question isn't just where the sand goes. The real question is what it could reveal and how it might change the future of Virginia's rivers forever. The sand extraction process. The process of removing sand from Virginia's riverbed is nothing short of awe-inspiring. Huge machines, some taller than a 5-story building, hover above the water while their massive arms reach deep into the river, scooping up sediment by the millions of pounds. From a distance, it almost looks like a choreographed dance. Machines gliding gracefully across the surface, sending waves rippling outward, while below, pipelines carry the sand to waiting barges. It's not random chaos. Every move is carefully calculated, every scoop measured. Engineers constantly monitor the machines to make sure the right layers are removed, ensuring the riverbed remains stable while they extract the material needed for construction. The sheer precision of it is mesmerizing. Each day, these machines lift and transport an incredible amount of sand, enough to fill thousands of truckloads. Once pulled from the river, the sediment is sorted and processed, separating the valuable construction-grade sand from other materials. The cleaned sand is then sent to nearby factories and sites, where it will eventually become part of roads, bridges, and buildings that stretch across the state. In a way, the riverbed acts like a giant warehouse, supplying essential raw materials for projects that shape the future of Virginia. But what's happening here is not just about getting sand. It's a delicate balance between human ambition and the natural world. The dredging operation also requires a surprising amount of teamwork. Technicians, engineers, and boat crews work side by side, constantly communicating to coordinate movements and prevent accidents. Sensors and cameras track every scoop, every shift in the sediment, ensuring nothing is left to chance. The machines may be enormous, but without human guidance, they would be powerless. It's a perfect example of technology and skill working together. Machines provide the muscle, humans provide the brain, and the river itself demands respect. Any misstep could disrupt water flow, harm fish habitats, or even create dangerous shifts in the riverbed, which is why the operation moves with such careful attention. Despite the incredible machinery and human expertise, the process also raises questions. With so much sand being removed, how is the river affected? Are delicate ecosystems being disturbed, or can the river recover naturally? Scientists and environmentalists are keeping a close eye, studying the impact on fish populations, plant life, and the shoreline. Every day, as millions of pounds of sediment are lifted, the operation acts as a real-time experiment in balancing construction needs with ecological preservation. It's a reminder that every scoop of sand is more than just a building material. It's part of a living, breathing system that needs to be treated with care. And while the focus is on building, there's a sense of hidden mystery with each layer removed. As the dredges dig deeper, they uncover materials that have been untouched for centuries, sediment that holds clues to the past, or minerals that could hold unexpected value. Every barge of sand carries with it a story, a hint of what lies beneath the river. It's not just an extraction process, it's a journey into the unseen, a peek at the secrets that Virginia's waterways have held for generations. Watching the operation unfold, it's easy to feel a mixture of amazement and curiosity. The machines are powerful, the workers skilled, and the planning meticulous, but the river itself remains unpredictable. Every scoop reminds us that even in the midst of progress, nature is always present, always shaping the outcome. The sand may be destined for bridges and tunnels, but the lessons from the river about patience, precision, and respect for the environment are far more enduring. As the extraction continues, the question lingers: what else is hidden beneath the river's surface? The answer may lie in the sediment itself, quietly waiting to be discovered. As engineers and scientists push the boundaries of what's possible, one scoop at a time. Environmental impact. As the massive machines scoop sand from Virginia's riverbed, the effects ripple far beyond the construction zone. What might look like ordinary dirt to some is actually a lifeline for the river's ecosystem. Tiny fish hide among the sediments, aquatic plants anchor themselves in the riverbed, and countless microorganisms thrive in the layers of sand and silt. When millions of tons are removed, it's not just a physical change, It's a disturbance to the delicate balance of life that has existed for centuries. The river isn't just water and dirt, it's a bustling, living world, and each scoop of sand sends subtle shockwaves through it. Shorelines, too, feel the impact. Sand that once rested safely under the water now moves into construction or is washed elsewhere. The river's natural flow shifts, sometimes faster in some areas, slower in others, changing erosion patterns along the banks. Trees and plants that depend on stable soil may struggle, while the creatures that call the shoreline home may find their habitat shrinking. Environmental experts are keeping a close watch, tracking the changes and assessing which species are at risk. Even small shifts in the sediment can ripple outward, affecting birds, fish, and even humans who rely on the river for recreation and water supply. The extraction also affects underwater currents. As machines dig and relocate sand, the river's natural rhythm is altered. This can disturb nesting sites for fish or prevent certain plants from taking root. For some species, even minor changes can be life-altering. Engineers understand this and work to minimize damage, adjusting dredging techniques and timing operations carefully to reduce harm. But it's a delicate dance. The line between progress and preservation is thin, and every day brings new challenges. Each decision, from the angle of a machine's scoop to the speed at which sand is removed, matters more than most people realize. What makes this project even more fascinating is how nature reacts. In some areas, sand removed from one spot is naturally replenished by the river's flow, almost as if the river itself is trying to heal. In others, the changes are more permanent, creating new patterns in the riverbed and altering the habitats of creatures that have lived there for generations. Scientists call it a real-time experiment, a chance to study how human activity intersects with nature. Every scoop is both a disruption and an opportunity, a way to build infrastructure while learning how to better protect the environment for the future. The stakes are even higher because of what's hidden in the sand. Beyond its role in construction, sediment carries nutrients and tiny ecosystems of its own. Removing it isn't just taking away material, it's removing life, history, and resources. Some of these layers may contain clues to the past, from fossils to minerals, which makes the process even more significant. Engineers and scientists work together, balancing the need for sand with the need to safeguard the river's natural wealth. It's a reminder that even in a world dominated by machines and blueprints, nature still has the final say. Watching the dredging unfold, it's impossible not to feel a mix of awe and concern. The machines are massive, precise, and efficient, yet they cannot fully control the river or predict its response. Every day brings surprises, some exciting, some troubling. And while the bridges, tunnels, and islands slowly take shape above water, the unseen changes below remain a powerful story of their own. The river, quiet and patient, continues to adapt, reminding us that human progress and environmental care must move together if we want either to last. In the end, the real drama isn't just the construction, it's the delicate interplay between human ambition and the river's ancient rhythms. Every scoop of sand shapes the future above the water, but it also tells a story below, a story of life, adaptation, and the surprising resilience of nature itself. Hidden treasures. In the riverbed, Virginia's rivers may appear calm and familiar, but the world beneath their shifting waters is anything but ordinary. What most people see as simple sand, just dirt, silt, and sediment, holds far more meaning once it's pulled from the riverbed. To scientists, engineers, and anyone curious enough to look closer, each layer reveals clues about the land's past. As massive machines dredge through the river, every scoop brings up fragments of history, secrets that have rested in silence for centuries. These hidden pieces form a slow unfolding puzzle, hinting at the river's ancient story, its forgotten wealth, and possibilities that few have ever considered. What appears to be a routine construction project is actually a quiet excavation of the unknown, exposing traces of lives, environments, and events long lost to time. Bit by bit, the river yields its mysteries, turning everyday work into a compelling journey of discovery, one that grows more intriguing with each layer lifted from the depths. So, as dredges dig deeper, what lies beneath begins to emerge. The sand itself is carefully sorted. It's not just taken wholesale and dumped into waiting barges. Machines and workers separate the high-quality construction sand from other materials. Yet, in the process, unusual particles often reveal themselves. Minerals, tiny rocks, and occasionally metallic fragments appear in the mixture. While some are expected, remnants of geological shifts or natural deposits, others hint at mysteries hidden under the river for generations. For scientists, each of these finds is like a whisper from the past, suggesting that the riverbed might hold far more than anyone ever anticipated. Archaeologists are particularly intrigued. Rivers have long been natural highways for humans and animals, and it's not uncommon for objects from centuries ago to settle on the riverbed. Tools, pottery shards, coins, and even ship remnants could lie buried under layers of sediment. Every time the dredges scoop up sand, there's a possibility of uncovering something historical, a piece of a forgotten world preserved beneath the water. While large-scale construction focuses on removing sand efficiently, specialists carefully scan what comes up, documenting any unexpected finds. For them, the river is a living archive, holding artifacts that could rewrite parts of local history or offer insights into how communities once lived along its banks. But history isn't the only thing hiding down there. Minerals and other natural resources could also be waiting beneath the surface. Sand might seem mundane, but it's often interspersed with substances that carry value far beyond ordinary construction use. Tiny specks of rare minerals, deposits of gravel or clay, and even traces of metals are occasionally discovered during extraction. While they might not be visible to the naked eye, modern technology allows engineers to detect these materials and determine their composition. Each haul of sand is meticulously analyzed, and in some cases, it reveals opportunities that could benefit the local economy or even attract investment in further exploration. What started as a routine infrastructure project begins to feel like a treasure hunt. The mysteries don't end with physical materials. The riverbed itself is like a time capsule, preserving the natural and human history of the region. Layers of sediment can reveal shifts in the river's course over centuries, signs of flooding, or changes in vegetation patterns. Fossils of plants or small aquatic creatures occasionally surface, showing how the ecosystem evolved long before humans arrived. For scientists, this is invaluable. By studying the sediments, they can reconstruct ancient landscapes, understand past environmental events, and even predict how the river might respond to future changes. It's a living laboratory, one that combines geology, biology, and archaeology in a single, mesmerizing workspace. The potential for hidden surprises adds an emotional layer to the project. Imagine watching millions of tons of sand being removed daily, each scoop carrying not just construction material, but possibly fragments of history or treasures of the earth. There's a sense of excitement and suspense, a feeling that at any moment, something remarkable could emerge from the riverbed. And sometimes it does. Unexpected metallic objects, unusual rock formations, or signs of ancient human activity appear, reminding everyone that beneath the surface, the river keeps its secrets carefully, only revealing them to those patient enough to dig deeper. Even the engineers and construction teams feel the weight of this hidden world. Their work is monumental, requiring precision and stamina, but there's also a quiet respect for the mysteries beneath them. They understand that every decision, where to dredge, how deep to go, and which areas to leave untouched, affects not only the project's progress, but also the hidden treasures of the river. The operation becomes more than just construction. It's a delicate balance between progress and preservation, between uncovering what's hidden and respecting the unknown. There's also a financial and strategic aspect to these hidden finds. Rare minerals or high-quality sand can be worth far more than what appears on the surface. Companies involved in the project constantly assess the composition of the dredged material, not just for construction purposes, but for potential economic value. What might seem like a mundane construction resource could turn out to be highly valuable, creating unexpected opportunities for local businesses and even attracting scientific or commercial interest. The project, therefore, is not only reshaping the river physically, but it could also reshape the understanding of the river's hidden wealth. What makes it even more Fascinating is the unpredictability. No matter how much technology is used or how carefully experts plan, the river continues to surprise. One day, a scoop might reveal a perfectly preserved layer of silt, the next, fragments of ancient pottery or unusual mineral clusters. Each find tells a story, and the teams working on the project have learned to expect the unexpected. It's a thrilling reminder that beneath familiar waters, there are always secrets waiting to be uncovered, stories waiting to be told, and treasures waiting to be discovered. Although the riverbed is far more than a construction site, it's a hidden world, a vault of history, nature, and potential wealth. Every scoop of sand brings engineers and scientists closer to understanding what lies beneath Virginia's waters. As the project continues, the excitement builds, not just for the bridges and tunnels above the water, but for the unseen wonders that might emerge from the depths. The river is alive, full of secrets and surprises, reminding us that even in the middle of progress, the past, nature, and the unexpected always find a way to surface. Economic and strategic significance. Beyond the machinery, the dredging, and the hidden treasures, this massive project carries weight far beyond Virginia's riverbed. Every scoop of sand, every tunnel carved, and every bridge rebuilt isn't just about construction. It's about shaping the region's future. The sand extracted from the river is the foundation for roads, tunnels, and buildings that will serve communities for decades. It powers growth, supports industry, and ensures that cities can expand safely and efficiently. What might seem like a simple process, moving millions of tons of sand, is actually a cornerstone for long-term development, a silent force driving economic stability and opportunity. The financial scale of the project is staggering. Billions of dollars are invested, not only in the machinery and manpower needed to dredge the river, but also in the processing, transportation, and implementation of the sand. Local businesses benefit too. Construction companies, transportation services, and even smaller vendors supplying equipment and materials see their operations grow. Jobs are created, from engineers and surveyors to crane operators and technicians. Communities along the river feel the impact directly, with employment opportunities, increased commerce, and infrastructure improvements that make daily life smoother. The economic ripple effects are huge, extending far beyond the immediate construction zone. Strategically, the project strengthens transportation and connectivity. The tunnels, bridges, and man-made islands aren't just for convenience. They're designed to improve traffic flow, enhance safety, and support regional commerce. Trucks, commuters, and emergency vehicles will move more efficiently, reducing delays and making travel safer. Ports and shipping lanes will benefit too, as the river's navigation improves with careful planning and dredging. In a way, the project is building more than concrete structures. It's creating pathways that connect communities, businesses, and industries, ensuring the region can thrive for years to come. The extracted sand itself holds hidden economic value. High-quality construction sand is essential, and demand often exceeds supply. By dredging millions of tons from the riverbed, engineers are creating a resource that fuels countless construction projects. It's not just filling bridges and tunnels, it's forming the basis of homes, roads, and commercial buildings. In some cases, specialized sand can even attract investment for unique projects, such as environmentally friendly construction or innovative engineering solutions. Each barge of sand represents both material and potential, a tangible asset with strategic importance for the region's development. At the same time, the project demonstrates America's ability to balance ambition with responsibility. The dredging operation is carefully planned to protect the environment, monitor wildlife, and preserve natural resources while simultaneously extracting materials essential for growth. This dual focus ensures that economic benefits do not come at the expense of nature. For policymakers, engineers, and investors, this project serves as a model. It's proof that infrastructure can be both profitable and sustainable, ambitious and respectful. Watching the operation unfold, it's impossible not to see the bigger picture. The riverbed may be hidden, the work unseen by most, but its impact reaches far beyond the water. Bridges that rise, tunnels that form, and islands that emerge are tangible evidence of economic growth, job creation, and improved quality of life. But beneath it all, the project reminds us that every pound of sand carries meaning, not just for construction, but for the people, the economy, and the communities it serves. It's a lesson in how even the most ordinary elements of nature, like sand, can become engines of progress when harnessed thoughtfully. The story of Virginia's riverbed isn't just about digging or building. It's about creating opportunity, improving lives, and strengthening a region strategically and economically. Every scoop, every bridge, every tunnel contributes to a future where communities thrive, commerce flourishes, and the river itself continues to provide both resources and lessons. The economic and strategic value of this project is immense, proving that even beneath the calm surface of a river, a quiet revolution is taking place, shaping the course of Virginia's future in ways that will be felt for generations. The stunning revelations and future implications. As the massive machines continue their relentless work beneath Virginia's river, the project has begun to reveal surprises that no one could have predicted. What started as a straightforward construction and sand extraction operation has evolved into a story filled with mystery, science, and even controversy. The millions of tons of sand being moved daily are uncovering not only geological insights, but also unexpected elements that have experts rethinking what we thought we knew about the river and its history. Each scoop brings both progress and questions, forcing engineers, scientists, and local communities to confront the hidden side of this monumental undertaking. The first stunning revelation is how much the river itself changes in response to the excavation. Even with careful planning, removing such vast quantities of sand alters currents, sediment patterns, and the shape of the riverbed. In some areas, fish and other aquatic life have had to adapt to new conditions, while in others, sediment shifts have created entirely new underwater landscapes. Another unexpected discovery comes from the sediments themselves. Scientists examining the sand have found traces of rare minerals and even small deposits of materials that could have industrial or economic value. While construction projects usually focus on quantity and quality of sand for infrastructure, these hidden materials are like a secret bonus from the river, offering insight into the region's geology and potential for future exploration. The historical side of the riverbed has provided its own set of revelations. Archaeologists and local historians working alongside engineers have begun to find fragments of human activity long buried beneath the layers of sediment. Pottery shards, ancient tools, and even remnants of old river crossings hint at communities that lived along these waterways centuries ago. Perhaps most surprising is the public reaction. Residents, environmental groups, and scientists alike are closely watching the project unfold, some with concern, others with fascination. Questions about the river's health, the sustainability of sand extraction, and the potential discovery of historically or scientifically significant materials have created a sense of suspense and urgency. The long-term implications are still unfolding. Engineers are not just building bridges and tunnels. They are reshaping the way people understand rivers as living, dynamic systems that hold value far beyond their visible surface. Lessons learned here may influence how other major infrastructure projects approach dredging, environmental monitoring, and resource management. Policies could change, techniques could improve, and future projects may benefit from the insights gained in Virginia. The work here is setting a precedent, showing that even the most routine construction can have unexpected lessons, discoveries, and consequences. Perhaps the most dramatic implication is the reminder that progress always comes with responsibility. The river has been generous, providing sand, minerals, and even historical clues, but it also demands respect. Mismanagement could lead to environmental degradation, lost habitats, or the irreversible disturbance of archaeological sites. Engineers and scientists have to balance urgency with caution, ambition with care, and efficiency with sustainability. This delicate equilibrium is part of the story that makes the Virginia River Project more than just infrastructure. It's a case study in human ingenuity, meeting the unpredictability of nature and history. As the final structures begin to take shape above the water, the full impact below remains a mystery in some ways. The tunnels, bridges, and islands are tangible achievements, visible proof of human skill and determination. Yet, the real drama continues underwater, in the shifting sands, the hidden minerals, and the artifacts that may emerge in the years to come. Every scoop removed, every barge loaded, adds to a story that is ongoing, filled with suspense, discovery, and lessons that extend far beyond Virginia. This massive undertaking reminds us that the world beneath the water is alive, full of surprises, and often more valuable than we realize. What started as a construction project has become a window into the river's past, a laboratory for science, and a potential treasure trove for discovery. The river, silent yet powerful, has spoken through its sand, and the revelations it has offered are nothing short of astonishing, hinting at a future where engineering, environment, and discovery move together in ways we are only beginning to understand. So, what do you make of the secrets Virginia's river has been hiding for centuries? Could this discovery change everything we thought we knew about nature and history?